Hey everybody, it's Lucidity. I want to kind of jump into this one because it's going to be a little bit long, but I'm talking about my experience studying abroad in Japan 10 years ago, and today we are going to talk about my roller coaster of a trip to Tokyo for the first time. So it all starts one evening in Osaka at the bus station. Destination, Tokyo. Now, if you remember, I decided to make plans with a friend that I met on Twitter early February, late January, and we decided that we were gonna go with his group of friends, these three girls that I had not met yet. They were apparently planning the whole trip. He asked me to give him the money to give to them. I did so like an idiot, and therefore they had the bus ticket, they made the arrangements, and I was just going to follow along. Well, when I made a new friend, and actually several new friends, he got pretty jealous, kind of possessive, got really weird, and wasn't really talking to me. So if I wasn't sure if he was really mad at me or just kind of, just hadn't been talking to me and forgotten about it, when I met him at the bus stop, I knew for sure he was definitely mad at me. And so were his three other friends, who I guess he had spoken to about me before I got there, who were all pretty passive-aggressive to me. If you're wondering why, in the days before going to Tokyo, I didn't stop and say, maybe this is a bad idea, I shouldn't go with people who don't like me to a city relatively far away. And my only answer for you, because mostly I agree, is that I didn't have a lot of money. I already had paid the upfront cost. They weren't going to give me the money back, so if I didn't go, I wasn't going to get that money back, and I didn't have enough money to go on my own in addition to the money I already had put down. So if I didn't go, I wasn't going to get a chance to go at all. Also, I had already made plans to meet up with several YouTubers and some other friends that were in Tokyo, and I really wanted to go see them and have that opportunity to spend time with them. So I decided one long awkward bus ride and a couple of awkward nights in a hostel, maybe it won't be too bad. I don't know the extent of how angry they are. They don't really know me. Well, turns out it was a bit worse than I had anticipated. So we get to Tokyo in the early morning, we get a hostel, and the three girls and me are in the same room. And this is a very, very nice hostel, very lively, very popular, has a lot of people. A lot of the students from our school are in this hostel as well. It's a little bit awkward. There's some conflicts that I have with a couple of other people, but mostly the group of girls, I tell them, hey, listen, I have somebody I'm meeting tomorrow. I need to get up at 8 o'clock. Is that okay? And they're like, well, we're not getting up till 9 or 10. And I'm like, okay, but I have to be up at 8. So I'm gonna try to be quiet as much as I possibly can. They're like, whatever. The next morning, my alarm goes off at 8. It goes off once, I shut it off, and I get up, I get dressed as quietly as possible, and I leave. I have a pretty good day for the most part. I meet up with a couple of friends. I'm not sure where we went first, maybe Harajuku. I know maybe that evening or the evening after that, we went to Tokyo Tower. Mostly had a good day. I came back, and these girls are like pissed. They're giving me like really angry looks. They're like, I was really rude of you this morning, and I was like, I had to get up at 8. I told you I was going to, and they were like, we were sleeping and you woke us up, and that's just so rude and disrespectful. And I was like, I'm sorry, didn't mean to do that, but I also had to get up early tomorrow too, and I just want you guys to be aware, and I don't know, maybe they should have woken up earlier, but whatever. I think they kind of were already anticipating just being angry at me from the beginning, so I don't think there was much I could have done otherwise. The next day, same thing. I get up, I leave, I hear some huffing and some groaning. I just get out and take my stuff and go meet up with some people and have a good time. I come back, they're super angry. They're again lashing out at me, and now they're not like really letting me into my room, and they're telling me I need to go somewhere else. So tell downstairs at the front desk, hey, I'm having a problem with my roommates, I need to go to a new room. And they tell me, we don't have any more rooms available, but we do have a sister site about a 10 to 15 minute walk away. There, we have some rooms available. So I pick up all my stuff, pack up, leave, and I go to the other hostel. I'm taken away from the lively street that I am on into somewhat of a back alley, into a dimly lit hostel that has nobody there. It is quiet, it is dark, it is eerie, and I get my room and I'm just kind of happy to be away from the really uncomfortable drama of the other hostel. So now I'm in this new hostel, a little bit sad. I go out during the day and I come back and I'm just kind of like, and I go down to the lobby and there's a guy there and he's playing guitar. And I introduce myself and he turns out to be a student actually from my university. And he invites me to go out and get some food and we go to Yoshinoya, and Yoshinoya changes my life. It is the most meat I've had in a sitting in the past few months before then. And I eat it all up. And it was one of the things that opened me up to eating more types of food. So feeling a lot better after that. And the rest of the week goes okay. I hung out with him for a day. I met with more YouTubers. In that 1 week, I went to Shibuya, Shinjuku, Harajuku, Akihabara, pretty much all the places that you can go to the Kaminari Shrine in Asakusa. So I had a pretty good week. And I met a lot of the YouTubers that I said I was going to meet, so that was really exciting. And on Friday, I even got to go to Hanami for a little bit, organized by the YouTubers that I followed and was a part of. But by that day, I had also been texting every day saying, hey, where's my bus ticket? I need the bus ticket to go home. And they were ignoring me. And on the Friday, when it was really late, they were like, we're not gonna give you the bus ticket back. You can find your way on your own to get home. So now, I don't know how I'm getting back home and I have a day left before I have to leave. So I had to leave Hanami a little early and I called my mom, who I'm currently really not speaking to because we're kind of fighting. And I wake her up it's about 2 a.m. at this point. This poor woman already is mad because I keep going places and getting into all sorts of trouble and I lost my wallet and that upset her even more. And here's another thing that I'm throwing at her. So she, bless her soul, goes all around and tries to find a store that is open and that you can transfer money. Because I don't have my bank card and I don't have my Japanese bank card. So I don't have any way of getting money other than having it directly transferred to me. Because again, I'm stupid. My mom finds out that the only place you can Western Union money is one bank in the middle of Tokyo. It is a Portuguese bank. It is the only one of its kind in that area. And it's smack dab in the business area. And it's full of salarymen. And it's completely downpouring rain where I am. And I am in the middle of this area that has no tourists, just salarymen at this bank. And I wait online in the pouring rain. And I come in from the pouring rain and then I wait online. And then I finally get my money. And the money is enough for me to get a Shinkansen back home, which actually was pretty cool. So I'm not gonna lie, I did enjoy the Shinkansen because otherwise I didn't have the time or ability to find a way back home otherwise. So I finally get back, and that Monday I go back to school. And I go back to the administration, and I go to the administration and I say, hey, I had this problem with other classmates that are in the school, and they basically took my bus ticket and wouldn't let me get back home, and we have this conflict, and they're sending me bad text messages, and they're threatening me, and blah, blah, blah. And I sit down, I tell her the whole story. The really nice woman at the front desk, she basically took me to a back room, sat me down, and let me tell her everything. And I remember at the end of that story, she looked me in the eyes and she said, I'm so sorry that happened to you. I hope that one day you find a very kind husband. And that was all she said to me. And then I left and nobody did anything. And I was pretty shocked that she had said that. And I know she was just trying to be nice. But it was also kind of frustrating. But it wasn't all bad. It did sort of sour my opinion on Kansai Gaidai. Not of the girl, but on the student body. Because there were some other people that were friends of the girl that didn't like me. That was the old roommate's friend, who also ganged up on me when I was in that hostel. So I was kind of getting double teamed with aggression. And I was like, I am so done with this school. Other than my classes, because I really did love my classes. Except for the Japanese class, the language class, because the teacher was really mean. But I was kind of over it. And it's in the next part where, you know, I still had some friends, but in the next part after that, I tried to focus more on meeting people outside of campus and making new friends. And that's when I go to a YouTube meetup and I meet a new friend that way. But we'll talk more about that in a couple of weeks and round off the end of this story. So thank you so much for listening. I hope you learned something. Never let a person hold your tickets hostage. Always take care of your own travel plans. That's all I have to say as a lesson for this video. If you liked the video, comment, like, subscribe, and if you have any questions, I will be very glad to answer.